So last week I put out a video about vessels within the Martian Congressional Republic Navy, and in that video I broke down the 4 vessels we knew about at that time. However, shortly after I put out that video, a new episode dropped and added 3 new vessels. So I figured today I'll put out a follow-up that'll briefly cover what we know so far about the new vessels added to the MCRN roster. I'm Colin, and this is Sci-Fi Deep Dive. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, to head down below and hit that subscribe button. So I recorded that video about MCRN vessels on Monday night of last week, and last week's episode, which was Season 5, Episode 4, added 3 new vessels to the MCRN fleet. So today I'll cover the vessels that I missed in last week's video. It should go without saying that there will be spoilers in this video for last week's episode of The Expanse, which was Season 5, Episode 4. So if you haven't seen that episode yet, and are maybe trying to avoid spoilers, I'll leave a link up here to my video on artificial gravity in The Expanse. It's completely spoiler-free for this season, and it's definitely worth watching. So let's start with the 2 vessels that we know the least about. About halfway through the episode, the Razorback is pursuing a fleet of Martian vessels that are delivering counterband. And in that fleet, we see 2 vessels that we don't recognize. First off is a Martian supply ship. This is likely unarmed and mainly used for carrying supplies to resupply other Martian vessels and facilities across the system. And on screen, this is just a blob with engines. The same goes for the pair of ships that were escorting this vessel. We know basically nothing about this class of vessel. All we know is that they are classified as heavy frigates. So those are the 2 vessels that we see in service to the MCRN in the episode, but there is one more Martian vessel that we absolutely have to talk about. Even though it wasn't in service for the Martian Navy when we see it on screen, it was definitely built for the Martian Navy, and that is Marco Inaros' flagship, the Pella. The Pella makes an appearance near the very end of the episode. Serving as the flagship of the Free Navy, a rather extreme faction within the OPA, the Pella appears to be a stolen Martian vessel. Let's start out with what we know for sure about this class of vessel, and specifically the Pella. We know it's currently serving the OPA faction, the Free Navy. We know it was originally built for the MCRN, and it can be inferred that it was either stolen or bought from the MCRN. And we know that it is classified as a light cruiser. Now I'm going to do something that I don't do a lot on this channel, but I think this vessel is definitely worth going a little bit outside of the bounds to talk about because it looks so darn cool. Let's speculate a little bit about what kind of weapons this vessel might have. A lot of the statistics I'm about to give about the Pella are complete speculation. Let's start with armament. It's safe to say that this unidentified MCRN light cruiser is armed with 9 PDCs. At least there are 9 of them that we can see on the exterior of the vessel. And like all other Martian vessels, these are likely Narrowman Dynamics PDCs, which are the same kind of PDCs we see on basically all Martian vessels. When we move beyond PDCs, it becomes harder to take guesses at what kind of armament this vessel might have. Now, it's safe to assume that it has some torpedoes on board. After all, a vessel of that size is almost certainly armed with a wide variety of weapons. And in one piece of concept art, there is one port on the front that is labeled missile tubes, which are likely torpedo tubes. So it's safe to assume that this vessel at least has forward-facing torpedoes. Now, I would wager that this vessel probably also has aft-facing torpedoes. Its sleek design seems to convey that it's newer and more advanced than other MCRN ships, and the largest and most advanced MCRN ship, the Doniger, had both forward and rear-facing torpedoes. And with the 4 main Epstein drives of this vessel being so spread out with a lot of hull kind of in between them, there's definitely room to hide some torpedo tubes in that area. Now, when it comes to railguns, all bets are off. While some vessels we could see the railguns mounted externally, we see with the Rosinante and the Amun-Ra class stealth ships that they can be mounted internally. So I can't really make an effective guess on whether this vessel would have railguns. I would assume if it's as advanced as it looks, it probably does. While it's not shown in the show explicitly, we do see in some concept art and some diagrams that it is roughly twice the size of the Rosinante. That would make it about 90 meters long, give or take. Seeing that this thing is a light cruiser when it comes to capabilities and weapons, I would ultimately expect it to fall somewhere between the Scirocco-class assault cruiser and the Corvette-class frigate. Which brings us to one of the last elements that's totally a mystery about it: stealth. For what it's worth, the vessel looks stealthier than other MCRN ships. We do know that the Free Navy purchased a significant amount of stealth technology from the Martians, so it is entirely possible that even if the vessel wasn't manufactured as a stealth vessel, it could have been modified to at least be more stealthy than it originally was. All in all, I love the design of these new vessels. They fit well within the aesthetic of the Martian Navy, and the Pella fits perfectly within the Free Navy's fleet. If you want to learn more about some of the other vessels within the Martian Congressional Republic Navy, I'll leave a link up here to my video covering all of the other vessels we know about within the MCRN. And I want you to let me know what your thoughts are on the Pella and the other 2 vessels that we learned about in last week's episode. Do you like them, or are they not really your cup of tea? And last but not least, if you enjoyed this video, head down below, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. So for Sci-Fi Deep Dive, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.